Live from FedEx Forum, this is The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Hello, good people!
Single.
Yeah, welcome!
That's not me. I don't know who that is.
It's me.
Oh, okay.
Welcome, everybody.
We thought it was real, but it wasn't, but it was.
It was, yeah, it's real. We're live.
right.
We're live. Let's do it live.
We're live?
Yeah, welcome to the show. This is The Odds Couple, the large program, the Thursday edition of the large program, which means it's extremely huge.
Yep.
It's not as intimate or quiet.
No,
it's more rowdy.
none of that.
It's a little more rowdy here on Thursday. As we get you set for a big weekend in college football, it is week 13 already. My goodness.
Wow.
In college football, I know, it's almost over. And we'll talk about the National Football League as well. Got a couple of big games going on in the NFL this weekend as well as we're getting closer to the playoffs. So we got that to talk about. We got Pick It or Park It coming up
right.
on the show. You pick it.
Wait, hold on.
You either pick it or park it. And sometimes there's a thick pick.
That was a thick pick.
That's right. So we'll do that coming up here in moments. We got our picks coming up at the end of the show and some free picks as well on this Thursday afternoon. I'm Rob Fisher. Lang Whitaker
Hey,
is
Rob.
next to me. Hello, Lang. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Had my first assistant coach last night. Opportunity. We won. We got the win. So we got another game tonight. I have to miss it because we got a Grizzlies
We got a
game.
Grizzlies game, yeah.
But I tried to just kind of be the cheerleader on the sideline.
The
you
voice
know?
of reason. The
The
voice
good
of
cop.
the good cop.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, because the coach has got to be got to be on them. So I was like, hey, good job, guys. You know, a lot of high fives coming off the timeouts and stuff. Yeah.
Good.
The best part is at halftime, the referee came over to me. We were in a huddle, and one of the referees came over from behind and put his hand on my shoulder, and he goes, you guys have the ball coming out of the half, coach.
There it is.
Afterwards, I told him, I said, you were so good, I didn't even have to yell at you very much.
Yeah,
Want to know.
Want to know. There you
Yep.
go. Congratulations.
First one in the books.
All right. John Roser is here. Hello, John.
Yeah, I'm here in the building. In effect,
He's live.
this is show number 2 of 4 I am doing today.
That's right.
What?
Yeah, Chris Vernon show, Odds Couple, warm up show, and then DP tonight.
Love a good DP.
Double post.
Love a good DP.
I'm a big fan of the DP.
Yeah, thank you, Rob.
I get to hear it on my way home.
I appreciate that.
It's wonderful.
You should call in.
This is the first DP we've had in a while. We haven't had a home game in a while.
It's been a minute. Feels
Since
like.
Oklahoma City, and I had a hustle game that day, so I wasn't here for that. My last DP was the win over Dallas. Maybe I'll bring us another win tonight.
There you go. You know, the Grizzlies.
It would be very difficult to lose this game tonight.
It should be. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Grizzlies.
Come on,
and the
CJ.
Sacramento
We're
Kings
trying to
have
have
lost
some
7 in a
hope
row.
here. Yeah, they suck. But, we might too, and that's okay. But we're at home.
I mean, you're down, Jaren. You're down, Ja.
Yeah, I know.
You telling me
I'm with
who's
you.
got the better starting five?
Come on,
with you.
CJ.
I'm sorry.
But you were
I apologize.
Draymond Green called Cedric Coward Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
We got
so,
Kawhi.
So you got rookie Kawhi Leonard.
got rookie
You
Kawhi.
got rookie Kawhi Leonard.
Shouldn't
Would you rather
consider-
have rookie Kawhi or? Well, I mean, the Kings, they do have 3 players who are real.
Shouldn't we consider the source?
And they have Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Who's
Like we
vibes.
hate Draymond, everything Draymond does until he says one good thing about us.
I don't
and
hate
now we're all
Draymond.
like,
And now,
oh,
yeah,
it's the best.
Roser loves him. We
I
know that.
love
That's
Draymond
true.
Green. I love Draymond Green.
That's
Even though he goes after our coach, our center, our who else
He
is
does
he going
that to
after?
everybody.
Santi. He's going after
Does
everyone.
that to everybody.
Yeah.
So we're
Love
okay with
Draymond.
it.
That's a champion.
Yeah. CJ, how are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. We were talking about Thanksgiving on the
right.
over in the GCM studio. Not studio. This is the studio in the GCM office space.
Yeah.
Looking forward to next week.
Looking forward to next week. I'll be out of town, unfortunately. I'll be in Los Angeles with the team. But the team always, to the credit to the team, they always do a wonderful job whenever we're gone for a holiday.
Yep.
To make it feel like a holiday and to have a great spread and to have it decorated and it's always.
y'all get to
it's
pick the
always really
menu?
nice. No,
So do you know what's on the menu?
I don't yet.
Okay.
No.
Turkey.
But it'll be amazing. It always is. So not that it's better than mom's.
I'm on meal duty for my family.
You are?
On Thursday. Yeah, I'll be with my parents. My mom has reached the stage where it's like she's like you can just do it. You know, like she's done it enough.
Does that excite you? Do you like it?
I do like it. It's because it's the one time of the year you get to cook like a big thing.
Right.
You know, I got to cook for 6 people, and so I gotta figure out. You know, I got to plan it, all that stuff. Figure out the sides. all that. I'm not in my kitchen. We're like going to be somewhere, so
Right.
it's a little different. Got to figure that out, but I like doing it.
All right, good. We'll have fun with that. We won't have a show next Thursday because
That's
it's
what I heard.
Thanksgiving.
We have one on Monday though, right?
We will have a show Monday, yes. All right, the college football playoff, the bracket is set for the week. As we take a look at the bracket for the college football playoff, anybody got problems? Any issues?
I thought it was all right. I was thinking if I'm Georgia, I wouldn't mind losing a game somewhere here in the next 3 games and try to get to the right side of that bracket. Mm-hmm. Just because the left side, you got to go through Ohio State. But I feel like the left side is the tougher one just because Ohio State's sort of the final boss on that side.
Right.
If Georgia was to lose another game, Lane, they would be behind Alabama. So they'd still be in the playoffs, but they'd be playing in that first round.
Well, I think if Georgia
you'd be okay?
loses the SEC championship game to who? Alabama?
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M? Or they're already behind Texas A&M. If they lost it to
Ole Miss?
somebody, Ole Miss might not even make this thing now.
Why not?
Because there's a rule that the committee can look at your team, and because they did it with Florida State a couple years ago, right? When Jordan, what's his name, got hurt. They can do it with the coach, too. If they look at your team and say, oh, there's been a coaching change, we think your team's not going to be as good, they can keep you out.
They're not going to do that if they only have one loss, though. They won't do that if Ole Miss only has one loss.
You think they do it in
honestly, they should do it with the non-P4. They should be like, oh, you're a non-P4 and you have 2 losses. Yeah, no. So like Tulane, get
And what if Summerall leaves
between
between now and then too? Like
yeah,
he's tour.
Tulane can get out of there. None of the non-P4s deserve to make it this year. We had this conversation on the Chris Vernon show today. None of them deserve to make it. Texas 3 losses, they should be in over Tulane.
That's why we need to go to 16.
Or just go ahead and get to where we're going, and if you're not in the SEC or the Big Ten, you don't matter.
Right.
Like, let's just fast forward to that. That's where we're going. Why don't we just go ahead and get there?
I guess
We've been going there for a while. Let's just go ahead and get there.
The big thing for me, Rob, to your original question about things that stood out, things we didn't like, I'm still really, really struggling very, very hard to understand how Notre Dame gets to be ahead of Miami.
Yeah.
And not just ahead of Miami. This Notre Dame, it's in some order. I can't remember. BYU, Utah, then Miami. Notre Dame and Miami played. Miami beat Notre Dame. So how is the team that beat Notre Dame, who you think is better than both BYU and Utah, not better than BYU and Utah? Never mind the fact that they beat Notre Dame. So they should be ahead of Notre Dame as well. I just struggle to understand the logic.
When they have
there.
the same record.
And it's the same record. It's the same record. I struggle to understand the logic there.
Yeah, Notre Dame seems to be the one that gained the most arguments, I guess, this week as far as the bracket is concerned. But we still got more football to play, more time for that to get screwed up. All right, this week on Who Would You Bet? Who would you bet?
All right.
Let's look at the NFC North. Detroit Lions at plus 145, the Green Bay Packers plus 140, and the Bears at plus 320. Who would you bet for the NFC North at this point?
I need to look at who they're playing the rest of the way. That said, I wouldn't bet Green Bay and I wouldn't bet Minnesota. So I would either go Chicago or Detroit, and it's sort of a coin toss to me. I don't know. I mean, the odds are better for Chicago. Maybe I'd take them.
Yeah.
Just more
I know
return.
Chicago's schedule gets tough.
Yeah.
But Green Bay's been kind of mid, right?
Yeah.
Haven't they?
That's why I wouldn't bet them. Like every time I watch them, I'm kind of like
Unimpressed.
Yeah, they are what they are.
But Detroit doesn't seem like the dominant team they were.
They've kind of been the same way, although Dan Campbell's calling the plays now. The last 2 weeks, they got a little more giddy up. And then the Bears, it's sort of like the sky's the limit there. Like they don't look impressive until they actually play the games. Then you're like, oh wow,
Yeah.
these are.
And they've been pulling off wins.
Yeah, they look good. So like I might take the Bears in that instance.
Roser, who you taking?
Well, see, Green Bay would be the easy pick here, and that is just solely because They probably wouldn't be in this spot if they had Jaden Reed and they had Tucker Kraft. If those guys both hadn't gotten hurt, the receiving core would look a lot better than it does. The Bears, the only thing with the Bears, as you mentioned, is their schedule. Their schedule coming up. They've got the Steelers. They go at the Eagles, at the Packers. They have Green Bay. They play at the 49ers, and they play the Lions to close the season. And they also have a game in there with the Browns. The only team in there who is really either not in the playoffs or not a threat to make the playoffs would be, the Browns. And if you look at Chicago's wins, it's at Minnesota, which is not a bad win. The Giants, the Bengals, the Saints, the Commanders, the Raiders, and the Cowboys. Like, there's nothing really. So I don't know. They've been doing it they've had a good balance of running and passing. I mean, I would still probably, I'd still probably take the Lions. Green Bay would be the other one. It'd be one of those two, but I can't see with Chicago yet.
Yeah. CJ?
5 of the Packers' last 7 games are against division opponents, including 2 against I do believe 2 against the Bears. I think they still play twice.
They play the Bears twice. They play the Vikings twice. And they still play at Detroit. And then, it probably have to be the Lions because their schedule, I mean, you look at Green Bay's schedule, Minnesota, whatever, at Detroit versus Chicago. Their 2 non-division games are at Denver and Baltimore.
I mean, none of these teams have easy schedules because I'm looking at the lines right now. Outside of Giants at home, it's Green Bay, Dallas at home, Rams on the road, Steelers at home, Vikings on the road, Bears on the road, back-to-back road games to end the year, back-to-back divisional road games to end the year. I think for this whole division, they all got tough games coming up. The Bears I feel like they're so feast or famine. Like, if you take care of the football against them, like, I think you'll not that you can, but you will beat them. Like, they have 22 turnovers on the year, combined interceptions and fumbles. I think 15 interceptions, 7 fumbles on the year. They're plus 15 in the turnover department. Plus 15, most teams are going to be pretty good when they're plus 15. I just can't imagine as everybody's intensity revs up and ramps up to get to the postseason, and it's good teams that you're playing as well. I can't imagine they're going to be able to continue to force turnovers at the rate at which they're forcing right now. So throw them out, and it comes down to the Lions and the Packers. And while it's great that old boy is calling plays, he was a special teams coordinator, right? Like, I don't understand why the hell I'm supposed to get excited because he's calling plays now.
Because it's working.
Well, hey, it's working because they're good. They've built a really good roster. I'll go with the Packers. If I had to put money on it, I'll put money on the Packers. Better quarterback, and a solid defense led by Micah Parsons, who is a true disruptor.
Right.
I'm going to zag a little bit, and I'm going to say the Lions, and that's just looking at their schedule. They're 3-1 at home, and they have 4 home games left, and those are the Giants, the Packers, the Cowboys, and the Steelers. I think they should win all 4 of those on their home field. I think they should win all 4 of those right there. So that would put them at 10 wins. And then, so looking at on the road, the Rams, the Vikings, and the Bears. You get one of those, you're at 11. I think 11 wins probably gets you the division. And I think the Lions, to me, that's probably the easier path. They have the easier path to that than the others do. But Green Bay would be for sure the other one. Like, go look at the Bears. And the talk is everybody's saying stuff about Caleb Williams, and they're running the ball. And that's what Ben Johnson loves to do, is he wants to run the ball. And he ran it in Detroit. Talks about how they reinvigorated Jared Goff. No, they freaking run the ball like crazy with Montgomery and Gibbs. And you look at what he's doing in Chicago, and go look at the run passing splits. And they're favoring the run game more in Chicago, and they've been able to run the ball. And that's why.
Yeah, and the takeaways that CJ was talking about as well.
For sure.
Bears 146.6 rushing yards per game, second most in the NFL.
Yeah. All right, let's get to our first picket or parket of the day. The Memphis Tigers not playing this week, so we do not have a Memphis Tigers game.
Thank
They'll
God.
be playing next week on Thanksgiving. But we got a big rivalry game in the SEC with the Tennessee Volunteers, the forgotten team in the SEC, as they head to Gainesville to take on the Florida Gators. Tennessee, a 4.5-point favorite. The total at 57.5. Tennessee Tennessee's 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games, 2-5 against the spread their last 7 on the road, 1-5 against the spread their last 6 as a favorite. Florida, meanwhile, 6-2 against the spread at home, 24-12-2 against the spread as an underdog, and 11 of their last 14 have gone under. Head-to-head, Florida is 10-0 straight up at home over the Vols in their last 10 meetings, and 17-3 straight up overall in the last 20 meetings. Head-to-head, 5 of the last 6 have gone under, including 4 of the last 5 at Florida. Based on the trends, wrong team is favored. Florida Gators, 27, Tennessee, 24. Florida covers the spread, and the total goes under. I'm taking the Gators to win this one straight up.
That was a thick pick.
Gators are a mess right now. Come on, man. We've seen it. I saw it yesterday.
Did you see them against Kentucky?
Well, that was Kentucky.
Oh.
I'm talking about the Lane Kiffin situation. This Kentucky doesn't count.
Wait, did you say did we see them against Kentucky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. The mighty have fallen if we're comparing Florida football to Kentucky. That's a basketball school, Robert.
Tennessee is the number 2 overall offense in college football and the number 1 scoring offense in college football. And they've lost 10 in a row in Gainesville. They're not going to lose again.
Oh, yeah.
Against this wounded Florida team. Tennessee's going to win by a lot. So I'll pick it. I'll take Tennessee and lay the 4.5.
All right, Roser?
Tennessee may win it, but prove it to me. As you said, 10 straight, 2003, the last time Tennessee won in Gainesville. Yeah, give me Florida with the points. Yeah.
For whatever reason, the uniform matters and the helmets on the field matter. If you took this Florida team and dressed them up in South Carolina colors and had Tennessee go there, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll take Tennessee laying the 4.5. But because it's Florida, and for the reasons that Lang and Roser brought up, I'm going to go with Florida. I will take Florida plus the 4.5. Tennessee might win, but I think Florida covers.
All right, there we go. Florida covering and winning for me. 27-24 Gators over the Vols. We will take a break here on the Odds Couple Thursday edition of the Large Program. When we come back, we'll play Pick It or Park It for some other action in the SEC and around the country and in the National Football League. That's all ahead here on the Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Memphis. Monday Night Raw returns with non-stop action, unmatched energy, and the superstars you love.
We don't get mad, we get even. We don't go home till we beat them. This is our time, we're leaving. Give me the crown undefeated.
Witness the moments you'll never forget. Monday Night Raw, Memphis. Monday, February 16th. Tickets and ringsider packages on sale next Friday.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Welcome back to the Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Odds Couple, Week 13, Chapter 7 of the large program. And it's a big football weekend, and we got it covered for you here with our Pick It or Park It. We'll look at some of the big games coming up in college football and in the National Football League. Also coming up, we'll preview tonight's Thursday night football game between the Bills and the Texans, and then we'll have our picks for the week as well. Picks! That's right. Pick it or park it, we stay in the SEC. Oklahoma and Missouri this week. Oklahoma, a 7.5-point favorite over the Missouri Tigers. The total is 42.5. Oklahoma 13-16 against the spread their last 29. 11-14 against the spread on Saturdays. 5 of their last 7 in November have gone over.
What's it on Saturdays?
11-14.
All right.
Against the spread. Mizzou, meanwhile, 11-4 against the spread their last 15 games. 11-4 against the spread their last 15 on the road, and 10-2 against the spread in the month of November. Head-to-head, Missouri has covered 3 of the last 4 against the Sooners, and 5 of the last 6 have gone over the total. Oklahoma will win this game, 24-21, but Mizzou will cover. Wrong team favored. Mizzou will cover the 7.5 points. 24-21, Sooners won it. The total goes over.
I agree with you. I think Missouri covers this game. I'll pick it. I think Oklahoma's going to win, but Missouri looks like they're without Pribula, the quarterback.
Yeah.
Missouri ran the ball like crazy last week, but Oklahoma's got a good run defense. So I think they keep it close. Drinkwitz will figure out some way to keep it close, but I think Oklahoma wins this thing probably by like 4 or 5, 6 points.
Drinkwitz is coaching for the Florida job, right?
Allegedly, but
We think?
it seems like the fans everywhere don't want Drinkwitz. That's the one thing all the fans are agreed upon. I don't know why. Like, he's a pretty good coach, right?
Yeah.
Like, why are people so out on Eli Drinkwitz? But yeah, I'll take Missouri to cover this one.
All right. John?
I'm going to pick this, and I'm going to pick Oklahoma, and my reasoning for that is I cannot get out of my head the Missouri-Texas A&M game. It's like different level of players and athletes, and I feel like Oklahoma's probably closer to that than not. And Alabama also should have murdered Missouri, but Alabama just does too much stupid stuff and likes to play close games. So I'm going to just lay the 7.5 with Oklahoma.
All right. CJ?
That Oklahoma defense is really, really good, and that offense still with Mateus, like they can't find their footing. And it's understandable. Dude should not be out there playing.
Yeah.
He's gutting it out, and I guess he gives them the best chance at winning. But with the defense of Oklahoma being as good as it is, to your point about looking like a different class of athlete, and we saw what Missouri looked like against Texas A&M, coupled with the struggles of Oklahoma offensively, specifically at the quarterback position, I think the under is the play here. I'll take the under the 42.5 in this one.
All right. Texas and Arkansas. Texas and Arkansas this week as well. Texas an 8.5-point home favorite against the Hogs. The total at 57.5. Texas is 2-10 against the spread in their last 12 games. They are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 against the SEC, and they are 3-8 against the spread their last 11 as a favorite. Arkansas, meanwhile, 13-4 against the number on the road, 13-2 against the spread as a road dog, and 7 of their last 9 have gone over. Head-to-head, Arkansas has covered 6 of the last 7 against Texas. Texas will win, but Arkansas will cover. Texas 34-27. The Hogs covered the total, and it goes over the 57.5.
Texas did not look very good last week against Georgia.
Texas hasn't looked good a lot of weeks.
But there's every once in a while they'll show out, but usually it's against those like Division II teams or whatever earlier in the season. Arkansas now has 2 head coaches. Did you guys see this?
No.
They've named Petrino and the defensive coordinator, who I forget, the co-head coaches for the game.
Oh, God.
And when you have 2,
You don't have any.
you don't have any. I think Texas has a bounce back week. They're trying to show out. Sark's been having his name thrown around. He seems like he's pissed off about it. I'll take Texas to cover this 8.5.
You can't be in a polyamorous relationship with your coaches, man. You got to have one coach, one program.
If Petrino's involved.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, turn up.
Roser?
Team Poly.
DP.
But whatever. Yeah, DP. I'm I'm going to pick this.
What are you going to pick?
The over 57.5. Like, I don't think Arkansas can stop anybody, and I do think Texas is going to be looking ahead to that Texas A&M matchup next weekend, and even looking ahead, it's still going to be enough to be able to beat Arkansas, but I think this number is going to soar over. Hell, I think this number, this could be done by halftime. We might have this could be like the Ole Miss Arkansas game, remember earlier in the year?
Yep.
Took the over in that one, and by the time the first half was over, I said, I literally need a touchdown in the second half, and I'm good. And sure enough, got it. I think we could be looking at one of those. I'm going to say Texas wins this game 42-38.
42-38.
That would mean a cover, but it could also be 42-34. Either way, we're going over that number.
All right. CJ?
Let's go to the notebook real quick, man. Workplace slay, everybody.
All day.
There it is. Every day. Arkansas, y'all know how many losses they have on the year?
A lot.
7.
Way more than that. They got 8.
I was close.
A lot.
Yeah. Of those 8, how many do you think are by one score?
Oh, a ton of them.
6.
Yeah, a lot. They've had a lot
6
of them.
of those 8 are by one score, and the Auburn loss was by 9. So
Yeah.
basically one score, right? Like Arkansas, I don't know what the hell is going on there. Their point differential for a team that has lost that many games, it should be abysmal.
Notre Dame's like the only team that kicked the crap out of them, aren't they?
That was by 43 points.
Yeah.
Their point differential on the season is -3 because of that Notre Dame loss. You
Yeah.
take Notre Dame out of there, they've got a plus-minus differential in 8 losses. That tells me they play close football games. They don't win them, but they play them. And if they're playing close football games, they're playing one-possession games. I'm looking up. That says 8.5. That means 9. That means they don't think it's going to be a one-possession game. I think it's a one-possession game. Give me Arkansas plus 8.5.
Pick Suey. All right. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, they were kind of a darling there for a while, and now all of a sudden they're only a 2.5-point home favorite against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, who didn't care about the Notre Dame game last week.
No.
Didn't matter.
You could tell.
Didn't matter. It didn't matter. The total in this one is 62.5. Georgia Tech favored 2.5 points over Pittsburgh, 62.5. Georgia Tech is 10-1-1 against the spread at home on Saturdays. 11-2 straight up as a favorite, and 5 of their last 7 have gone over. Pitt, meanwhile, they're 5-1 against the spread in their last 6, 5-0 against the spread in conference. 5 of 7 against the ACC have gone over. Head-to-head, Pitt 4-1 against the spread the last 5 meetings, and Pitt is 4-1 against the spread at Georgia Tech. I like Georgia Tech too much to pick against them, but I'll go ahead and pick. I'm going to pick Pitt to cover. However, I'm going Georgia Tech by a slim margin, 35-34. Georgia Tech pulls it out. Pitt goes for 2 to win it, and they come up short. And they lose the game by 1. 35-34, Georgia Tech. Pittsburgh covers the 2.5, and it goes over the 62.5.
That was a thick pick.
That was thick. I've been on Georgia Tech all year. I've been betting them every week and making a lot of money off of them. They're not going to win this game. What? Pittsburgh's got the #1 scoring offense in the ACC. Georgia Tech's defense is not that good. And they've been outscoring teams and been able to kind of keep in these games. There's a couple of games they probably should have lost along the way. They've got Georgia on the schedule in 2 weeks. They're looking ahead to that. That's their Super Bowl. I think Pittsburgh wins this game in Atlanta. They won 3 in a row there. I'll take the Panthers to get the win, and give me the points too.
That was a thick pick.
Park it.
Park it.
Lean Pitt,
Rock with.
but we're parking it.
I thought about just taking the over in this
Well, the
one.
Jackets got the Dogs next week, and we know that's a big one for them. Brent Key loves to cover as an underdog. Little favorite here. Switch it. Give me Pitt plus the 2.5. Narduzzi said last week that game didn't matter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Said it didn't matter.
They played like it.
This one does. This one does. And Georgia Tech, they're looking ahead to the Dogs next week. They're going to catch them slipping. Georgia Tech almost lost to Boston College. Get the F out of here. Come on. Come on. Give me Pitt.
All right, CJ.
I think the football gods appreciate teams and coaches who treat every game like they matter, especially in the regular season. So for a coach to come out there and say something like that game really didn't matter, and then proceed to get his ass handed to him and his team's ass handed to him. I think that's the football gods sort of raining down vengeance and hellfire on that program. I think it continues. I don't think they're right mentally. I will take Georgia Tech minus a 2.5, and I like Georgia Tech big in this game. I think they run away with it handily.
Ooh, all right. Big one in the Pac-12 this week. Well, actually, it's the Big Ten. Oregon and USC.
No, that's Pac-12?
No, it's not Pac-12 anymore.
Oh.
No, they're back in the Big Ten.
It's not?
Oregon, 10.5-point favorite against USC, the total at 59.5. Big one for both of them. Playoff implications for both of them. And Oregon, a big favorite. Oregon, 5-2 against the spread at home. They are 19-1 straight up their last 20 at home. 5 of their last 7 have gone under. Meanwhile, USC, 2-5 against the spread, taking on Big Ten opponents, and 3-11 against the spread on the road. 4 of their last 5 have gone under. Head-to-head, Oregon 5-1 straight up in the last 6, and Oregon's covered 2 of the last 3, and 2 of those last 3 have gone under the total as well. I'm taking Oregon straight up by 13. 34-21.
Yeah,
Oregon wins it.
This number is not 10.5.
It's
It is
not
not. It is
10.5?
9.5.
9.5?
Yeah, this John is sitting. I am looking at it. You can get it 10 if you want. If you want to take 10, if you like USC, 9.5 across the board.
All right, well, I'll take Oregon minus the 9.5.
Yeah,
34-21.
we're looking for better value here. We're getting you better
Absolutely.
value,
Yeah.
Fish.
I'll show you how to win this bet.
Yeah.
Park it.
Oh.
That's a lot of points against an Oregon team that is kind of disappointed in the bigger games this year. And USC has kind of fought their way back into this thing. It's an elimination game for them. At the end of the day, they still got Lincoln Riley. They got Jordan Maivia, who's got the leading passer in the Pac-12 or whatever it is. So I'm just staying off this one altogether. I'm parking it. Johnny?
Lincoln Riley on the road against a physical football team. I am laying 9.5. I might lay 20.5. Lincoln Riley doesn't know how to have a physical football team on the road. I'm actually impressed that they were able to come back against a team like Iowa, but it was in sunny Southern California. And Iowa ain't Oregon.
No.
Not when you're in Autzen. Ducks, quack, big.
That was a thick pick.
You bring up physical football teams, and Big Ten is littered with them. And USC this year has beat those teams. They beat Michigan, a fine team. They beat Iowa, another fine team. The physicality isn't going to be an issue for USC. It looks like, to your point, Roser, Lincoln Riley might have figured something out, at least for the short term, at least for this season here, about how to handle physicality and bring in dudes who can handle playing a more physical style of football. They're still small up front. They're still small along the line of scrimmages. But when you have Mayava and when you have Lemon, you've got 2 of the best players at their position in all of college football. You've got arguably the best quarterback wide receiver combo in all of college football. This isn't Oregon from last year when they were just running through everybody, or a couple years ago when they were just running through everybody. This is an Oregon team that is gettable, and we know they're gettable because they played a physical team and they lost to them, right? Like they lost to Indiana. I understand it's at home, but I think USC
should have lost to Penn State.
Should have lost to Penn State. Another one of those physical teams. I think USC not only covers, I'll take USC straight up.
What?
Oh, wow. He believes in USC. I can't, for me, the reason I take Oregon, I can't get the USC-Nebraska game out of my head because I think Nebraska sucks. Like, they're blah. And if Dylan Raiola doesn't get hurt, I don't think USC beats them.
Well,
I have been more impressed. I will give USC. I have been more impressed. They've been able to beat Iowa and they beat Michigan at home.
Well, tell me how you get, if you can't get that game out of your head for USC, explain to me, I think Lane brought it up, explain to me how you, or Rob, one of y'all brought it up, how do you get the Penn State game out of your head?
Because I think,
Oregon?
I don't.
So I do think at the time Penn State was still playing for something. They had yet to quit. And that Penn State team took Indiana down to the wire too. I don't know. This is more of just, I don't trust Lincoln Riley. I just don't trust Lincoln Riley.
Better coach is obviously, the advantage will obviously go to Oregon, right?
Yeah.
If we did,
think
because Lanning is one of the top whatever coaches in college football right now. Top 5 coaches in college football. Maybe you argue top 10, top 10 with no argument. Top 5, we could discuss it, right? So they'll have a coaching advantage. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, should be a good one. All right, National Football League action this week. Is it a must-win for the Kansas City Chiefs? They come in at 5-5, and they are hosting the Indianapolis Colts, the Colts team that comes in 8-2 on the season. And the Chiefs are favored by 3.5 at Arrowhead, with the total at 49.5. Chiefs are 3-7 against the spread against the AFC South. They are 0-7 against the spread their last 7 in the month of November. 8 of their last 11 at home have gone under. Their last 5 overall have gone under the total. Indianapolis Colts, meanwhile, 6-1 against the spread against the AFC, 9-2 straight up their last 11 games, 10-3 straight up against the AFC West, and head-to-head, Indianapolis 14-5 against the spread against Kansas City, 5-2 against the spread in the last 7, 8-2 against the spread at Arrowhead in KC. 9 of the last 11 meetings have gone under the total. 4 of the last 5 in KC have gone under the total as well. I think wrong team's favored. I'm going with the Colts. Colts 24-20. They beat the Chiefs. They cover the spread, and it goes under, and the Chiefs are in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know who wins this thing, but I think the Colts cover it. Chiefs have lost, 2 in a row? Colts had a bye week last week, so they're going to let Jonathan Taylor Thomas run it up and down that field. What?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it.
Yeah.
A little home improvement from the Colts.
Yeah.
I think the Colts have been that team all year long where you look at them and you're like, all right, it's going to end now, and they keep winning. They're 8-2. Maybe the Chiefs are able to get enough pressure on Daniel Jones to make him make some mistakes. But I think the Colts can kind of grind this thing out. And even if they lose, like the Chiefs have been in a lot of close games this year, so I think they cover the points.
And when they've been in close games, they haven't won.
That's true.
That's the difference between this year and last year.
But if you're giving me 3.5 points, I don't care who wins. So I'll take the Colts and the points.
All right.
I'm going to pick this too. I am going to lay the points with the Chiefs, and my reasoning for that is very, very simple. The Kansas City Chiefs have never lost 3 games in a row with Patrick Mahomes, so I'm just going to bank on that doesn't happen. The NFL does not allow that to happen. So, okay, Chiefs. Play the points. I think they're going to win the game, so I'll take them to cover. In all seriousness, the Colts, Jonathan Taylor, have been amazing. The Chiefs actually have a pretty good run defense. They're top 10 in the NFL in run defense, only give up about 100 yards per game. The Colts are top 3 in rushing yards per game. I think it's Buffalo, the Bears, and the Colts are right there. Jonathan Taylor has had an amazing season, obviously, in the MVP conversation. But, yeah, the Chiefs do not lose 3 games in a row with Patrick Mahomes.
All right.
They are 0-5 in one-score games this year.
And they were, 10-0 last year or something like that?
I think 11.
9-0?
I think 11 maybe. And they, in general, one-score games with Patrick Mahomes, they're really, really good, historically speaking. I don't know what's going on this year. They are, to Roser's point, one of the better defenses. They have one of the better passing attacks, top 10 in passing yards per game, top 10 defense statistically as well, if you want to look at it. It's just close games. They have not been able to finish them for whatever reason. I think they're snake bitten this year, and for that reason, the Colts I think are pretty good. I'm believing in the Colts now. I'll take the Colts to cover. Chiefs might win, but I like the Colts to cover the 3.5.
12-0, including the playoffs in one-score games last year.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Little breaking news: Sabonis out tonight for the Kings.
Sabonis out for the Kings tonight?
Yeah, we can win that game.
Keegan Murray.
CJ.
Keegan Murray is back though.
Who gives a crap? Keegan Murray.
Y'all got it. If y'all believe that, I love the belief, man. I hope I'm wrong.
Damn. You don't believe in Grizz culture.
Hater.
What is Grizz culture? Tell me what that is. Tell me.
I knew what would happen if I said
Tell
that.
me.
I knew what would happen if I
That's
said
a part of the issue, isn't it? Y'all got it though. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Cedric Howard is having a great season.
Will it?
If you look at the right things, it will.
Call it on the DP.
Yeah.
You want me to call in on the DP? I don't want to interrupt the DP. That seems like a personal type
I feel
thing.
like you could add to it.
Okay.
I'd call the DP, but I don't want to be like Hasseltine.
I'm going to get all sentimental and emotional. Shout out, Eric.
Shout out Biscuit.
I love Eric.
Absolutely.
Big E.
All right, another NFL game. The Rams minus a touchdown against the Buccaneers this week. The total in this one's 49.5. Rams are 14-4 against the spread in their last 18 games, 5-2 against the number of their last 7 at home, 11-3-1 against the spread, taking on NFC South teams. Tampa Bay, meanwhile, 1-6 straight up in November. 9 of 12 as a dog have gone over. Head-to-head, the Rams 9-1-1 against the spread the last 11 meetings, including 4-1 against the spread at home. 6 of the last 7 have gone over. 4 of the last 5 in LA have gone over as well. So over trending heavily. I'm taking the Rams, and I like the Rams 31-20. 31-20 Rams. They cover the spread, and the total goes over the 49.5. Rams continue to stay hot, especially at home with Matt Stafford playing at an MVP level. Rams.
I hate doing this, but I'm going to park it. I don't know what to make of this thing. That's a lot of points. Baker Mayfield's started out really good and then it's kind of tailed off lately. You never know. Stafford's always like one hit away from spraining his back or something and getting out of this thing. So I'm sitting this one out. I don't have a feel for this one at all. I also don't really trust Sean McVay. I don't know. I just don't like the look of him. I've been thinking about that. that beard he's got, the haircut. I don't know. Something about him.
Something about him. All right. Roser?
Johnny?
Yeah, I lean Rams, but it's been a tough 2 weeks. You had the emotional win at the Niners, and then you had the win over the Seahawks last week, where I actually think I left a little bit more impressed with Seattle. The fact that they turned it over 4 times and still had a 61-yard field goal to try to win that game. However, I do think if I had to pick a team today to come out of the NFC, the Rams would be my Super Bowl pick if I had to pick a team to win the Super Bowl right now. So what do we say? This number 7.5?
It's just 7, I thought.
It's 7. Man. Yeah, I'm going to park it because I also think, I don't know, I think Baker can probably put up some points in this. I think they found some stuff, obviously Egbuka, but I think the Tez Johnson has really come on too in the absence of Mike Evans. They found some other stuff, K-Dot. He's got weapons. The Rams don't have corners. So this is going to, the Niners went up and down the field on them with Mac Jones. They just had 2 turnovers. So can Baker take care of the ball? If his offensive line protects him, because the Rams can get after you with that line, with their front 7, if you could protect him, you can beat the Rams secondary. So it's a park for me. 7's a lot.
All right, CJ?
If I knew what to make of Bucky Irving, Godwin, and Egbuka, all of them are questionable. All of them yesterday on Wednesday went through walkthroughs, but they're all listed as questionable, and I'm not sure which of those players is going to be good to go on Sunday. If I knew more about that, and I don't think Bucky Irving is going to be able to play. Rondé Barber was like, yeah, he's not playing on Sunday. So I'm not sure if he plays or not. And as for the other 2, I'm not sure if they play either. If I knew about them, I'd be like, knew they were going to play, I'd absolutely take the Bucs plus the 7. I just don't know if they're playing. And I'd hate to take the Rams laying the 7 and all of them all of a sudden play. So this one, because of injuries to the Bucs, I'm going to park it. I'm going to sit this one out, man.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to park.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Pick it or park it. It's time for some fish nuggets on some of the games that we didn't get to here today. First, like Georgia. Georgia is a 43.5-point favorite against Charlotte this week. The total at 52.5. Georgia 62-3 straight up at home against non-conference opponents.
I almost took this one except for your next nugget, part of the nugget.
However, Kirby Smart is 0-13 against the spread as a 38-plus point favorite.
So I'm not taking it.
0-13 against the spread as a 38-plus point favorite.
I mean,
Charlotte
is really bad. And Georgia's really, really, really good. So you would think no problem, but I know Kirby Smart. I'm not taking this.
All right. Vanderbilt is a 9.5-point favorite against Kentucky. The total at 53.5. Vandy has covered 10 of their last 14 meetings with Kentucky, but the road team has covered 7 of the last 8. So that would favor Kentucky.
Oh,
yeah. South Carolina is a 23.5-point favorite against Coastal Carolina. The total in this one's 49.5. Gamecocks are 10-18-1 against the spread following an ATS win, which they got last week when they covered at Texas A&M. But 10-18-1 following an ATS win. And then you got LSU, a 23.5-point favorite against Western Kentucky. That totals at 50.5. LSU is 8-15 against the spread in the last 23 games, and just 8-9 against the spread against non-conference opponents at home. So not very good for LSU. All right, there you go. Some fish nuggets added to our pick at our parket. Delicious. We will take a break here on the Odds Couple. When we come back, we got our picks, plus we got Thursday Night Football free picks as well. That's all ahead as we wrap things up here on the Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Look who it is, Brooks Monahan's here. Undefeated 16-0-3, and now heading into the NCAA tournament undefeated.
I couldn't be prouder of the kids, you know, but if you would have asked me, if we would have been sitting here back in the summer before we started, and you would have said, you're going to go 16-0-3, I would have thought you were, you know, I would have told you were crazy.
You thought this was a rebuild year.
Yeah, I hate using the word rebuild, but yes.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Calling all collectors! Topps NBA basketball trading cards are back. It's available in the Grizzlies Den by Fanatics and online at Topps.com. Rip into bold color parallels, electric inserts, relics, and autographed cards from today's biggest stars and the next-gen talent. Look out for rookie cards of Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, plus Grizzlies favorites John Morant, Jalen Wells, and so many more. You don't want to miss this drop. Grab your set before it's gone.
Welcome back to the Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Odds Couple Thursday edition of the large program. Yep. This is our final segment as we talk about the games coming up this weekend. We got one tonight. Thursday night football action as the Buffalo Bills take on the Houston Texans tonight. Bills a 6-point favorite, although that is now down to 5.5 at the Texans tonight. The total at 43.5. Buffalo's 2-5 against the spread as a favorite. 7 of their last 8 on Thursday have gone under the total. 4 of their last 5 against the AFC have gone under. Houston, meanwhile, 5-2 straight up in their last 7 games. 8 of their last 11 have gone under. Head-to-head between the Bills and the Texans, Houston is 5-0 straight up at home and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 meetings. And 9 of the last 11 meetings have gone under the total, including 5 of the last 6 in Houston. Wrong team favored. Houston Texans with Davis Mills beat the Buffalo Bills tonight. 21-17 Texans. They cover the spread, and it goes under the 43.5. Go Texans. Davis Mills.
Yeah, I'm just going to take the under in this one. I'll pick it. I'll take the under, though. But because I think Bills had a big week last week. Texans have a good enough defense. Texans aren't explosive offensively. Like you said, their quarterback is a guy with 2 last names. So I just take the under. Even what you have, 21-17, you'd hit the under on that one. So I'll take the under in this one.
All right.
Yeah, I would. I'd take. Give me the 6 with the Texans. Their defense is awesome. It is legit awesome. I don't know if Buffalo's defense, I don't think is good, obviously. I mean, the Bucs just tore them apart last week. We've seen a couple of teams kind of get to them, and we've seen a couple of defenses be able to get after the Bills and disrupt them. We saw the Falcons do it on the Monday Night Football game. They were able to kind of get after Josh Allen a little bit and just kind of – and I don't trust the Bills' receivers either. I don't think there's any household names there. I think that team is all Josh Allen and James Cook, which are – Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league, and James Cook is really, 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 really good. I don't trust their defense, though. Give me the Texans. Give me the 6. At home on a Thursday night, they're going to be pumped up. They'll cover that 6. I would be with laying on the under, except I don't trust the Bills' defense. So maybe
I thought you were going to say you don't trust me.
Maybe they get a hyped-up Thursday night game, and Davis Mills scores 27 points, and the score is 27-20. So, but give me the Texans.
All right. CJ?
I'm with Rob and Rosa on this one. That Texans defense tops in the NFL in points per game allowed and yards per game allowed. That Bills offense is just Josh Allen. Like, Josh, go out there and be phenomenal. The Bills are the most balanced team in the NFL, though. And I think that, I know last week they were about 50-50, which it is absurd from a play call standpoint in this day and age to find a team to run the ball or call run plays on 50% of their play calls in a game when everybody else is trying to spread the ball out and throw it around. The Bills do have a willingness and a commitment to the run that a lot of other teams just don't. But even with that being said, the Texans are one of the best run defenses in the league. How effective is that run game going to be? They busted off a couple of big runs against the Bucs last week. I don't think that's going to be there this week against the Texans. Texans are at home. I'll take the Texans plus the 6.
All right. There you go. Thursday night football action. Time now for our picks for the weekend. And nobody hit a big dog last week, but that's all right.
It's all right. You're not always going to hit them. I mean, that's why they're big.
That's why they're big dogs. That's right. So I'll get us started. I'm taking the Northwestern Wildcats this week as one of my picks against Minnesota, minus 3.5 for Northwestern. They're 5-1 against the spread at home in their fun little stadium. I'm taking Charlotte plus the 44.5 at Georgia. Really based on Kirby not running it up on people, and that stat I told you earlier.
All right.
0-13 against the spread when a 38 or more point favorite. He's a 44.5 point favorite. I'll take Charlotte. Arkansas plus the 8.5 at Texas. We talked about earlier. I'm taking the Packers minus the 6.5 against the Vikings, although that one's now down to 6 as well, which is pretty good against Minnesota. So looking at that, I like the Packers against Minnesota, that one being in Green Bay, and the Vikings having to go outdoors. And the Patriots, that line has actually gone down to 6 because of the news that Joe Burrow could play. I ain't scared of no Joe Burrow. They still don't have a defense. Patriots, minus 6, minus 8, doesn't matter. Taking the Patriots over the Bengals.
You taking a team plus 44.5, that is just an insane thing to have up there.
I mean, Kirby is 0-13 when he's a, 39
38 point favorite?
We got Tech next.
Yep. All right, my turn. I'll go with UNLV against Hawaii. I'll start out here taking Dan Mullen and UNLV. Dan's trying to get hired at one of these programs where the jobs have opened up, so he's going to put up a big number in this one. North Texas, I've been on them all season long, and they've been putting up points all season long. Mm-hmm. They've been doing great for me, so I'll stick with North Texas. Like I said earlier, I think Pittsburgh is going to outscore Georgia Tech in this game. Georgia Tech's defense is okay, but Pittsburgh's offense is really good, number 1 in the ACC. So I'll take Pittsburgh and the points there. I've been on BYU all season too. They've done a pretty good job. They had the loss to Utah a week or so ago, but now you're getting points with them at Cincinnati. I'll take BYU there. And then this is, to me, the most obvious one of the week. The Falcons are just a dumpster fire, and now Michael Penix is out for the season with the ACL injury, which probably means he's out for part of next season too. Who steps into that void? Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
And there's been all this talk about Kirk Cousins, having this 4-year huge contract that the Falcons could get out of after 2 years. Now you need a quarterback next year. Who's playing for his life right now?
Kirk Cousins.
Yep, and a big paycheck next year. Falcons are definitely going to win this game. I heard this game has been flexed. It's now going to air on Comedy Central at 6 a.m. CJ.
All right, first game up. Maryland plus the 13.5 against Michigan. Got a big game next week. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. Can't wait. Gin and juice is on the menu for your boy next Saturday. It's going to be good stuff. Expect a phone call, gentlemen. Don't know what state I'll be in. Keep it off a speakerphone, Lang. Don't want the children to
I'm
hear
gonna
me.
record it.
Do it. Play it back on the show. I don't care. I'm not going to remember.
I'm not going to answer if you call because it'll go to voicemail.
Well,
and then we'll have it.
Yeah. But I'm probably not going to call if they lose. I'm definitely not going to call if they lose. But this week, Michigan is down both Haynes and Marshall. I think Michigan has the best running back, or had the best running back duo in college football. That is roughly 1,800 yards of rushing that Michigan is going to be without in this one. Underwood looks all the part of an elite freshman quarterback. He has some really good moments, some really like eye-popping moments. He also has some moments like, oh, that is a freshman at the quarterback position right there. He's been able to, in that Michigan offense, have been able to lean on two really good running backs. Each of them have 4 runs of 50-plus yards or more on the season. Michigan leads the nation in such categories, and those players are gone now. So how much can the two freshmen, one freshman receiver, freshman quarterback, carry and shoulder on this Michigan offense is yet to be seen. Plus 13.5 is a lot. No running game. I think Maryland goes out there and covers that one right there. I will also take the over in the USC-Oregon game. That game screams a whole lot of points in a classic Big Ten showdown. Give me Pittsburgh. Give me Chicago. Give me the under the 45.5 in this one. I think Pittsburgh will be more ball control focused with the possibility that there is no Aaron Rodgers. And if there is, he'll be a hobbled version of himself. I think points will be hard to come by in that one. I will take the Colts plus the 3.5, and then give me the Lions laying the 10.5 against the Giants. They're just abysmal. Roser.
All right. Let's get to these. Florida plus 4.5. Again, Tennessee last won there in 2003, so this is a prove it to me, Tennessee. Like, you have the better team, yes, but there have been other times you've had the better team and you still can't win in the swamp. So prove it to me. Give me Oregon. It's 9. We're doing 9.5, not 10.5. We're doing 9.5. Again, this is USC, Lincoln Riley. Prove it to me that you can do this on the road against a more physical team. I don't believe it. Arkansas, Texas, over 57.5. Do you know how many games Arkansas has played this year? The answer is 10. So that's not really my question to you. Do you know how many of those 10 have gone over this number right here?
I would say 0.
Have gone over 57.5 Arkansas football games?
Oh, Arkansas. I'm sorry. I thought you said Texas.
No.
Arkansas, 7.
8 of them.
Wow.
8 of them. And one of them that didn't hit 57. So we're taking the over in Arkansas, Texas, because Arkansas games, typically they're going to go over this. I'll take the Seahawks minus 13.5 against the Titans. Look, if they don't turn the ball over, like the Seahawks, Darnold, they're going to go up and down the field on the Titans. And the Titans can't score. Cam Ward is in for, oh my gosh. If that Seattle defensive line plays like they're capable of playing, you may need to just not start Cam Ward because he might die on Sunday. And I'm going to take the Cowboys plus the 3.5 against the Eagles. The Eagles have been flirting with a loss forever. Like, it's got to happen eventually. And I think the Cowboys' offense is real. Like, it's not even thinking it's real. It is. Their offense is unbelievable. Just don't know about their defense. But I'm going to say that the Quinnen Williams acquisition, it does enough. They're going to be able to do enough. Lane Johnson obviously done with the Liz Frank sprain. So I'm going to say the Cowboys
pep
cover
in their
it.
step right now.
Yeah, playing a little pep in their step. So I'm going to take the Cowboys.
All right. There you go. And then our big dogs for the week. Our big dog pick over a 3-point dog to win straight up. I got the Kansas Jayhawks this week against Iowa State at Iowa State. No, Kansas plus 150 at Iowa State. Iowa State's been nothing but mid this year. I'll go with the Jayhawks on the road to pull off that upset. Lang, you got NC State against Florida State.
I do. I have NC State against Florida State. Florida State's due for another one of these games where, you think they're going to win and they just stumble. NC State, to me, this is like totally just a field pick. NC State is due for one of these games where they kind of jump up and catch somebody who's ranked higher than them. So I'll take NC State in this one.
Yep, Roser, you're going with the Bengals.
I'm going to go with the Bengals. This is before I even knew the Burrow thing, and this is solely, there's literally nobody picking the Patriots ever. Jamar Chase is suspended for the game. Nobody will pick the Bengals. It's in Cincinnati, though, and when I do the big dogs, I'm always looking for the home underdog. I'm always just looking for the big home underdog that might be able to pull this off.
Cam Newton's out there beefing with Drake May.
Yeah, and if you're the Patriots, you have to lose eventually. Like, they're not just going to run the rest of the table, are they? Like, I mean, they could, but like, you're going to lose eventually, and I figure it will be a road game. So,
yeah. And CJ, you're going with the Hogs.
Yeah, they've played so many close games. They got to win one of these close games, don't they? I think, maybe, who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna take Arkansas, man.
I'm with
Big dog.
Yeah, big dog. Eventually, it's just got to happen, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Eventually, Arkansas wins one of these. Eventually, the Patriots are just going to lose a game. I know that's one of your picks, Fish.
It is.
But,
all right.
you know, hey, we've lost picks before. It happens.
We've lost picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
All right, couple of free picks for you for the day. How about this? We got a couple of puck picks. Washington Capitals at Montreal Canadiens. We'll take the Capitals over the Habs. Caps, so you'll get plus money on the Caps tonight. Also, Tampa Bay, three-way money line, 60-minute play. We'll take Tampa Bay over Edmonton tonight as well. Plus, we got a college football game tonight. We'll go Arkansas State minus the 2.5 against Louisiana Lafayette. And a college basketball game tonight. Purdue minus 15 against Memphis.
Damn.
Purdue should kick their ass.
They should.
I mean, that shouldn't even be a contest. But,
Do you believe?
Which is unfortunate, but it's
If
true.
Memphis wins, they've turned a corner.
No.
If Memphis who?
The
Memphis-
Tigers. If they
Tigers?
win, have they turned a corner?
If they beat Purdue?
This was a question we talked about earlier on the show today. My answer was no.
Yeah.
Because they're still the team that can lose to UNLV at home by
Just
a
means
lot.
they're lucky
Like,
if they
it
beat
just means
Purdue.
yeah, things probably went their way. But yeah,
I don't think it's going
here.
to
Let me try to give you a. I gave you the pick. We have a Thursday night one. Damn, that line's gone down 5.5 now.
Mm-hmm.
Texans, yeah. Okay.
I got a parlay for you.
All right.
Women's college basketball.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. We are going to take Iowa State laying 19.5. We're also going to take North Carolina minus 24.5 and sprinkle a little bit on that Miami minus 3.5. All favors. Miami only 3.5 point favorite against Davidson tonight. That's going to be a good one. It's going to be a showdown. But I think Miami gets it done.
Hold on, where's the women's college basketball thing on here? I may roll with you on this.
This is compelling television.
No,
right?
it's not. But yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for us here today on The Odds Couple. We will be back on a Monday on the program as we will recap the weekend gone by in college football and the National Football League and everything else that happens over the weekend. And then next Thursday we'll be off for the Thanksgiving holiday. So we'll talk about some of the games on Monday as well coming up next weekend. So stay tuned for that. For CJ, for Roser, for Lang, I'm Fish. Thanks for joining us here on The Odds Couple. Good luck to you and all your bets this weekend. Enjoy all the action, and we'll talk to you again Monday here on The Odds Couple on Grind City Media.